Hey, 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 welcome back to the Coach's Cabin. Kenya Gray here, Purpose to Prosper, Inspiration and Fitness, Healthy Lifestyle Coach. Today I have a very special guest here. You guessed it, it says it on the title. My daughter, Mariah Gray, CEO of Creatively Mariah, is here to talk to you about having her own business, writing books, baking cookies, and everything else that she's doing at this point in time. We're hoping that this interview will inspire other parents and children to get busy and be creative and start working on their purpose even as children. You don't have to wait to be a grown-up to have a business. You don't have to wait to be a grown-up to write a book and to start living out your dreams. I hope this inspires parents to really take a look at their children and find out what they're good at, what their dreams are, and to nourish those gifts and talents. Here we go with the interview. Take a look. All right, and here she is, the author and CEO of Creatively Mariah LLC, Mariah Felicie Gray. Say hi to everyone.
Hi.
So please, if you want to tell the audience a little bit about your business and what you sell in your business.
My business is called Creatively Mariah. I sell peanut butter cookies, peanut butter kisses, peanut butter pecans, and white chocolate butter.
So you sell cookies, and what are some other
I
things?
also sell books, t-shirts, and member bear. My book is called The Adventures of the Power Twins, and it's about twins who accidentally get powers and they fight evil creatures and villains in their village. Now, in the middle of the book, there's going to be a twist that's going to surprise you. And that twist is what you're going to have to read when you buy the book.
Okay. Where did you get the idea for writing this book?
Well, I always loved writing. And my mom got a computer, and I used to write small little segments of the book. And since you wrote a book, I'm like, well, if she know how to write a book, I'm going to write a book too. It shouldn't be that hard. So I was just writing on the computer, and I said, Mom, I wrote a book. And she was like, okay, that's nice. And then when she finally read it, she's like, this is amazing. So then she decided to publish the book and start selling it.
Okay. So tell me, where did now you're telling us about how you started writing, but where did the actual idea for The Adventures of the Power Twins come from?
I got the idea of the book being a superhero book because I always love watching superhero movies, superhero shows, and I like reading superhero comic books. I just love superheroes because I think they're really cool because superheroes have powers. Because if I actually had a power, it'll probably be telekinesis, so I could pick up things so easily.
Okay. And why are they twins?
Well, first I had ideas to just be Power Girl, but I decided how about she has a twin because it's like more fun that way. And I decided for her to have a twin because the twist in the middle of the story of what happened in the beginning of the book is what I want to happen.
So do we have any other books that we can expect from you?
Yes, we do. In fact, I have a new book coming out called My Crazy Wacky Year of School. Now, when you hear the word my and I'm the one talking, it's not about me. It's about this girl named Camille who has like just a crazy year of school, so much stuff going on, and she just wants to make friends and have a good school year, but it does not go as planned for her.
Wow, that's really cool. Any other ideas in the queue?
Yes, I have. I'm currently writing The Adventures of the Power Twins 2, so when that comes out, be first in line for a discount. And also, I have another idea called Finding Leo. I don't even know where that's going right now. I just started. And also trying to make a book called Imaginary Animals. I wrote some of the ideas, and I'm still getting there to the point of where it's going to end, where it's going to begin, how the middle is going to be, what the whole plot is going to be about.
So where do these ideas come from? What is your process of writing?
Well, sometimes when I'm just watching a show, all of a sudden I just hear a word and then I think of an idea. I'm like, ooh, that's a good idea. I write it down, like, I'm going to turn this into a book. Before I turn it into a book, I have to write down some ideas of what it's going to be about. I have to figure out what the pictures are going to be, how many chapters are going to be, what the title of the chapter is going to be, and so many other things. I just hear a word or I see something and I'm like, that's a good idea. Like this pot of flowers right here, I could write a book about flowers if I wanted to.
So tell me a little bit about your t-shirt design. What type of t-shirts do you sell?
Most of my t-shirts have a message. Some I customize t-shirts. Also have a t-shirt of the cover of the Adventures of the Power Twins. So most of the time I draw my designs or I get a picture somewhere and yeah.
So I know that you have a t-shirt design and it says all colors unite, and it's a picture of 4 hands of different colors. What is the significance of that shirt for you, and how did you come up with that idea?
Well, I just love everybody. I want everybody to be together no matter what skin color you are. I want to be your friend, your best friend, anything. It doesn't matter what color you are because all of our blood is red, right? And God made all of us in a different image. It doesn't matter what skin color you are, and I just want everybody to be together and everybody to be friends and love each other.
And why do you think that's so significant in this time in our history?
Because back then, black people used to be enslaved, and I don't think that's fair because our blood is red. But why is it just us? We're the only color that's getting messed up right now.
Okay, so you think that it's important to realize that we are all human beings and it's not just about different races separated, but we're the human race.
Yes.
So we talked a little bit about the cookies you sell. Tell us about that baking process for you. How did you even start baking cookies in the first place?
Well, I always loved to cook, and I asked my mom one day, I want to try to bake some cookies. So we found a way to make peanut butter cookies, and it worked out very good. And I tried it on my family. They tried the cookies and they loved it. So we started to sell the cookies when I came up with my business. And then we made white chocolate butter, which was suggested by my sister Peggy Latrice Gray. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. And tell me about how you learned how to actually sanitize and all of that stuff. How did you know how to properly prepare the cookies and make sure that everything was safe for your customers?
Well, first we watched a video about the things we need to keep out the kitchen, how I need to clean the counters, and the materials I used to make the peanut butter cookies, any kind of cookie.
So let's talk about the Memora-Bears. Now, I know that it wasn't your original idea, but tell us a little bit about why the Memora-Bears are so significant as part of the business.
So how Memora-Bears started is that one of my dance members passed away, and my mom wanted to give a bear to the mom with his face on a shirt, and she wanted more because she loved it, and we decided to make it a whole business thing for everybody who has loved ones passed away, and everybody seems to love it. So here is some of the Memora-Bears we have. This is a picture of my grandfather who passed away, and there's a bear and there's a picture of him and my dad on here. There's pictures on the back and everything. This is a polar bear. And we have another one of my grandmother who passed away before any of my siblings met her. This is a picture of her, and pictures of her and my mom on here. This is a grizzly bear. So that's where Memora-Bears are. You can order some Memora-Bears. of a t-shirt with a loved one that passed away, or if they still haven't passed away and you just want a t-shirt with their face on it. Member Berries are for any loved one, for any picture you want.
Because, sometimes people are just missing people they love, and it's just not possible to get to them at this time because maybe they're overseas or maybe they haven't seen them for whatever reason. Sometimes people are incarcerated and they're not able to see their loved one. So it's nice to have something there for them to cherish, for them to be able to hold on to that person. Maybe not tangibly the person, but, have something that represents. So I know that thus far that you have inspired some other kids to do great things, to be entrepreneurs. What advice would you give to a child like yourself that wants to start a business, that wants to start writing books or wants to start baking? What would you tell them that would help them on their path to greatness?
The most important thing to write a book or starting a business or starting anything is you need to be organized and focused. Now, the journey to writing a book is first you have to figure out what the plot of the book is going to be, write down some ideas, and how the book is going to begin and how it's going to end. So basically, you have to rise up the plot of the book. So you start out like it was one morning or something like that, and then keep going up until it's really high and it's like so interesting. And then you have to bring it down to the ending of the story, the conclusion.
Okay, wonderful. So what would you tell a child who wants to get started? What would you say to inspire them to keep moving forward in their dreams?
Well, always believe. Doesn't matter what anybody tells you, like you can't do it, but you can do it. You believe that you can do it. Doesn't matter what anybody says unless it's positive.
So there you have it, another episode of the Coach's Cabin. Thank you so much for entering the Coach's Cabin one more time. Special thanks to my special guest, Mariah Gray, my daughter. I'm so thankful for her coming and sharing her story with us, as well as some words of wisdom. We're so excited about that. Thank you so much for joining me again. I definitely appreciate you. Please continue to like, subscribe, share, click the bell for notifications. I love you guys, and I will see you next time in the Coach's Cabin. Baby.